morning. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Welcome to Beamus Crafty Corner. I'm Beema, better known as Els, and that's Harry. Y'all don't know this yet, but you're here for him. Hi, baby. How are you? Hi to people, or are you just gonna stand over here? Okay. All right. Mommy's gonna take a pill because I've eaten now. I can do this. And we're gonna take one of these because all this rain and there's crap in the air. Yes, and it's making Mommy get the sniffles. You don't need that. You don't have the sniffles. He does not have the sniffles. He has the sneezels. Yeah, he's been sneezing like crazy this morning. Come say hello. Okay. No, nobody wants to see that. I know that you think it's a nice thing, but, nobody else does. Nobody else wants to see your pucker. No. Nobody else wants to see your little pucker. All righty. So 2 days. I've been, quiet for 2 days. Oh, it was killing me. Let's see. What did we do in 2 days? Not a whole lot. It rained. It's been raining since Sunday, which is very odd. I mean, like really strange for here. Yeah, I caught that one. You didn't do it. You weren't successful. But yeah, it rained like crazy for 3 days. It was like the first day it rained really good, and then the second day it was like, oh, it looks like it might rain again, and it was just overcast, and you could see the storm coming in. And then yesterday, oh my god, yeah, it rained all day. It wasn't like heavy rain, but because like Sunday it was really heavy. Monday wasn't so bad, and then yesterday it just poured like steady all day, but not like poured. It just rained steady, So it was kind of weird. Carla, it was just kind of weird. It doesn't do that here, and our temperatures went from on Saturday it was like 72, and today it's 54. So yeah, rain and cold. Thank you. See ya. All right, so we are working on the Floofy pink journal. This is going to be the last journal for a while, at least a week or two. I got to take a break. I've made a lot of journals. Okay. Hey, Steffi G, what's up, girl? Okay. So this is part one, or, signature A of our Floofy pink journal. Normally I do something like really big on the front page, and I decided not to on this one. It's pink, that was kind of all I got. And then, we have like pockets and stuff, a lot of writing space in this one. I just kept a lot of writing space in here. And we have lace, which is not a big thing. I have used lace in journals before, but not in this amount, So some of these are just pieces of embellishments that I've used sort of as tabs almost. And the rest of it, I'm just like leaving this as much as possible. I have not finished putting in tops and things like that. We'll do that before we, finish it. Because obviously there's a lot of tags and things in here that need to be done. This is actually a little file folder that we just turned into a journal card. And there were two of these. And the first one, I actually put paper on it. And I was like, no. So I just inked this one because I just wanted to get rid of that like bright white that it was. Because my dumb butt, yay, we don't even talk about it. I printed this accidentally on the wrong paper. And rather than get rid of the digital, the print, because it, costs money to print, I used it. So a lot of this that you see uh, like this is actually just on copy weight paper. And then the rest of it is on 110 Nina. So this is like copy weight. And then it's 110 underneath. And most of this type stuff is also 110. It was just the basics, the basic kit that I did. I accidentally printed on regular paper. Yeah, with this stuff. So lots of little tucks, and this is that other journal, that other file folder. Like I said, I put paper on the inside of it, and I just didn't, I'm not over the moon with it. So I decided that the other one I would just ink. And then we have our little circle pocket here that we did live, and we have a tag tucked in behind it. There's also, of course, the little circle tag inside of it. Another just embellishment for this. This is a Project Life card. The other side is like red with polka dots, so we just put a piece of paper over it so that you can actually write on it. And that's in there. And then we get to the back, and we have this big step pocket that we turned into a flip. So lots of writing space on this one. We get a bookmark in there. This one's probably about 90% done. It does need a few little bits and some tops, and we are working on B. We have also made a cover for this. I've never done a soft cover before, but we did a soft cover. And this is, it's like a quilted fabric on the inside. And then there's heat and bond. And then the fabric on the top. And then we just stitched around it with some binding. Not my best job. For whatever reason, this part just bowed out and I didn't catch it. But you know what? I think it just makes it more, I might make a new one and I might just let it go because I think it kind of makes it a little bit more organic and free and just kind of, you know, and it's a soft cover and it's going to have, I think this is a 1.5 inch spine. Yeah. And so 2 signatures, 1.5 inch spine. And we're going to do a lace or some kind of tie binding on it. Oh, I'm sorry, Steph. I'm sorry, honey. I feel for that kind of shit. I do. Because, you know, I have little 4-legged family members that, quite honestly, Mike and I treat like, you know, like they're our kids. I don't like, this is not open enough on the inside. Okay, that's a little better. All right. So this is the front page of our second piece. And again, I'm just trying to go with like the maximum amount of writing space in here. I don't want to over floof, you know? And we have a little tuck and a tag, and then we have some pretty lace, more writing space, tag in there, one of our little ephemera tags, more writing space, just a little tuck down here so we're not taking up the whole page, but, you know, putting something on it for visual interest. This is more writing space, and then we have this nice big pocket with this huge journal card. And I didn't cover the back in any way because it's pink. It's pink, right? Still have writing space here. And then on the other side of that, because this piece wrapped, we ended up with, I made 2 smaller pockets and put in 2 journal cards. This is our centerpiece. And we have this tall slotted pocket here, and we're going to put some stuff in there. I don't know what we're putting in it yet, but we're going to put some stuff in it. So yeah, Pest had like 3 strokes in the last like 2 or 3 years of his life. And we talked to our vet and everything, and they were like, well, as long as he's comfortable and, you know, he's still able to take care of himself. And he was, for the most part. He did get a bath like every other day because sometimes he would pee on himself. But he was still getting in and out of the litter pail on the regular. He was still getting water. He was still feeding himself, eating. He still enjoyed a little bit of cream every now and then, you know. Okay, he got more cream at the end. You know what I mean? Because we spoiled him. And, you know, the grandkids came over to see him all the time and stuff. And the vet tells you, you know, as long as they are comfortable and they're able to take care of themselves, you know. So I feel for you because, you know, I lost Pest after 23 years. He was almost 24 years old when he passed. And that's an old cat. Especially for one that spent most of his life outside. He was probably about 14 or 15 when he decided he didn't want to do that anymore. He wanted to just stay in the house. And we just didn't push him. Let him do his thing. All right. We got so much stuff for this thing. Or that. So, you know, they get old. I wish pets lasted longer. You know what I mean? I mean, like, I wish they could live longer, but their metabolism is so much different, you know? All right. So we have a lot of paper that we can use for, you know, journaling cards and things like that. And lots of bits and pieces and stuff of stuff we can add on to this. Lots of pre-made ephemera that we made specifically for this journal. Not a mass make. This is a make ahead. We made them ahead so that we had them. And so we're going to be doing some tall pieces for this. So let's take a measurement here. So we have, this thing's going to be about at the top. I need a pad, piece of paper. Where is it? There it is. Okay. So the longest one. So, okay, top, middle, and bottom. So we got about 5 inches on this one. And I'm going to go 5 1/4, just so that it, you know, and we're going to go, I think, like 1 7/8 or 1 3/4. That's going to kind of be our width. Then the second one is about 4 1/2. And then the bottom one is about, we're going to go about 3 1/2. So we'll start there. Okay. So now I'm going to move this back out of the way. And let's cut a piece that is 5 1/4. Okay, so this one's about 4 1/2. We'll use that one as the 4 1/2. So let's do 1 7/8 and see where that gets us. We'll test it with this one just, for width. It works in that one. Good there. Okay. Now, obviously, we can't make these very thick. This thing's wobbling around underneath here. It makes it very difficult to do this. Okay. That's about as far in as we're going to get this, comfortably. I could if I jiggled it around, but I don't want to do that. So I'm going to say we're going to take about 1/2 inch off of this. We're just looking for a fit. Okay. That's going to fit. Then we want a taller one. So we've decided 1 7/8 is pretty good as far as width. I'm going to take about 3/4 of an inch off of this. And then the last one is going to be the short one. Not tall enough. One 7/8. Right there. And then take that off about there. This one I'm going to mark. Let me take it off about here. Hi, Christine. Sorry, I'm all into my measuring here. All right, so that's about 3/4. Actually, it's exactly 3/4. Okay. So now we have 1, 2, and 3. And I think I am going to trim these a little bit to 1 1/2 or 1 3/4. Yeah, I'm going to do them at 1 3/4. So we're going to trim these a little bit on the width. They're at 1 7/8, so I'm going to take it to 1 3/4. Just to make it a little bit easier to get them in and out. Now, I don't really want to make these thicker. This one I'm going to make thicker. I don't know if I can. Nope, can't fit it in there. So we're going to just do this by hand. because this one is like really thin. These two are not so bad, but this one's really thin. That's cardstock, and the other one is 110 pound Nina. No, it's a 110 pound pen, which means it's 110 pound paper, not 110 pound cardstock. And I'm probably going to double this one too. I'm going to use this. It's pretty paper. Shh, don't tell her, but I have a feeling when I'm done with this, I'm sending it to Rose. All right, so let's put that in there. Trim that off. That's one. Maybe get this one out. And just a little trim up the side here, just to get rid of any, awkward pieces. Any stray awkward pieces. I know I'm cutting this on the journal. Probably not my smartest move. All right, I'm going to get this out of the way real quick. We are going to work on these. Oh, what the hell? Let's see. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and put a top on this one. It's going to make it really tight, but I think it'll be okay. Normally, with this kind of a pocket, I would push in just a little bit on the edge, but I didn't do that on this one. Okay, copy paper. Just going to do this by hand. I don't want to cut it back out. Hi, honey.
Good morning.
He's not sleeping very well. It's not just his normal crotchety self. Okay, I think we've cut everything decent, like that we want to use out of that. So, indigo butcher. All right. Yeah, that works. Okay, now I have my little, my thing. I want them bigger. So we're gonna make little tags out of these because they're going in the thing, Yep, that's the top. I have to check. So how was everybody's start of their week? I said it was rainy here. It's been raining for 3 days. And here's the thing. If you follow anything in Vegas, we have the F1 this weekend. Formula One racing. And it's a street race. And Vegas streets are flooded right now. Downtown. See, Vegas is not built for rain. And they didn't even think about it. So, when it does rain here, the Strip is actually lower than most of the city. And so all the rain from the mountains and everything, it all rushes down there in the underground aquifers, and then it floats out onto the street down there. And so we end up with this huge honking mess on the Strip. I don't even know what the hell the hotel is anymore, but there used to be a hotel down there. Years ago. Not years. I mean, in Vegas time, it's years ago. It wasn't that long ago. Something Palace. It was an Asian themed hotel right in the middle of the Strip. It had an underground parking garage that since I've lived here in 26 years, it's flooded 3 times, at least the bottom 3 layers of it, because the water just runs down the Strip, hits that underground parking garage, and just goes down into it. No snow yet? Come on, get on it. What do you mean no snow? If I want to see snow, I got to drive 30 minutes. Up to the mountain. All right, let's put the short one first. Doop. There. Here. And there. So you put that first one in, and it makes it easier to get the rest of them in. All right, so we'll finish those off later. Again, if I did this over, when I glued this down on the edge, I would push in just a little bit to give it some room. And I didn't do that when I glued this down. And so it's really super snug. Probably too smug for 3 tags. Snug for, 3 tags. But I'm going to put them in there anyway. All right. Back of the page. What are we going to do? I don't know. Let me move all the paper out of the way. What are we going to do? I don't know. All right. No snow. See, we don't get snow. Seriously, if I want snow, I got to drive 30 minutes. I can see it. Like, I can go outside and see it. It's right there. But it takes 30 minutes to get up there. Okay. So let's take a look. What do we have? We have journal cards, pockets, and ephemeras aplenty. Yeah, because I fussy cut it like crazy for this. I did. I don't know what you're supposed to do with these things. All right, suggestions. I'll tell you what we got. So we have these, and they're beautiful. I love them. They're gorgeous. Okay. But do you see the problem with these things? Gorgeous. Beautiful. But, oh, there's another one. Gorgeous. Yeah, the problem is they all have these white dots on them where you're supposed to turn them into tags. Well, what if I don't want to use it as a tag? Oh, I hate moving in weather. When I moved here, it was storming and like, wow, yeah, I hated it. Because like all your crap gets wet, and then your crap is wet. You're trying to bring it in the house or put it in storage or whatever it is you're doing with it. And it's all wet and the boxes get soggy and the kids are trying to help and they pick up the boxes and the boxes fall apart. Oh my God, it's just a mess. I hate moving in the rain. I do. Any kind of wet weather, hate moving in it. So I made this pocket. It's for a video. This is single-sided paper. And I made this pocket, turning it into double-sided. And now I don't know what I want to do with it. I made a lot of ephemera for this thing. See, I don't know, maybe put it this way. We're going to do it this way, and then we're going to fill it up with stuff. Add a jewel. Yeah, that's like, you know, if you're not going to use it as a tag, and let's be honest, that's too small to be a tag. What in the hell are you going to do with that? You know, this, maybe. But it's not like I can't come in and cut this off, because then you have the ticket part at the bottom. And so if you cut off the bottom, then you have these two weird lines going down the side because they outlined it as well. Yeah. I just wish that people that designed digitals actually watched videos of people using their digitals and went, oh, wow. Of course, we have a chance because I believe Tina Adams is going to be making digitals again. And so we know her. We can yell at her before she even gets bad habits. Kidding. But yeah, that's about it. You can put a jewel on it. You know, but I don't know. It's just frustrating. It is. It's frustrating because you see it and you go, oh my God, this is perfect. Like, this is going to be great. And then you can't use it because it's got that weird. See, like, I like that, but why does it have a hole in it? It looks beautiful on the paper, but that aesthetic of that hole. And then you put a gem on it. Yes, I can see that, but you'd have to put one on each side for, you know, balance. So that's what we're going to do actually on this one because I like that on there. So we're going to get out some tiny little diamonds. We're going to do that. Thank you, Christine, for that suggestion. See, it's nice to see one of us is thinking because the other one definitely doesn't think. Nope, they just complain. That would be me. I'm the complainer. Are you kidding me? Ugh. Okay, poke tool. Well, that could explain it. Come here, you little booker. All right. So put one there. And then I'm going to add one down here just for symmetry, which is okay on this tiny little one. Luckily, I already inked this puppy. And I know I know that there are people out there that don't give a flag one way or the other. They're just like, whatever. It's still a tiny tag. And nobody, what are you going to? All right, let me journal on this tag. Today, all done. You know what I mean? If it's 6 letters on there, yesterday's a stretch. Like, I like the idea of the ticket. I get it. Because a journal is supposed to be about, putting in your memories and stuff. And so it makes sense that, if you went to go see the Phantom of the Opera, if you went to go see Cats, if you went to go see a movie with a friend, you're going to put the ticket in there, and put it someplace where you're going to journal about that. Like maybe this page, you're going to talk about, you went to go see an off-Broadway production with your best friend you've known since high school, and you guys had a great time. And it was so funny because they thought they lost their keys and you guys were trying to get in the car. You're journaling that whole evening. You get this little pocket at the bottom and you're like, oh, that's the ticket. I want to put the ticket in there. But nobody does this to a ticket. Okay. I'm done. I'm done complaining. So what we're going to do, since we're not going to be making the next journal, this will be done by the end of the week, I'm thinking. Probably. If not Wednesday, next Wednesday we'll finish it. So what I'm thinking is I had gone to the Dollar Tree and the Snobby and Michael's, and I've picked up some little things. These are all inexpensive items. And I thought, let's do some Christmas crafting. Not journaling or anything like that, just making some Christmas crafts. Things you can do with your grandkids or your children, or with the little kids at church or whatever. And they're inexpensive. Like, see, like these. I got these at the Dollar Tree. There's 8 of them in here. And if you did this as a craft with grandkids or with kids at the church or, whatever, you could do 8 of them for $1.25, So I got these at the Dollar Tree, and that's, we're going to be doing something with these. So we're going to do that kind of stuff. I do have the collab coming up, which is Terry's Crafty Christmas 2025. I still haven't really figured out a project yet or a digital that I want to use. I think there's close to a dozen digitals. Somewhere around there, a little over, a little under, And I still haven't figured out which one I want to use because I haven't figured out what project I want to do yet. I could just bank out and just make tags. And I might do something a little bit different, but on that path. But I might go completely the opposite with it, Are you supposed to be up here when I'm working? I didn't realize you were working, Mom. Sorry, I'm trying to find a way out of here. Go on. There's a knee. Go on, get down. I know. You just try to find a way. He's like, I'm trying to get out of here. He didn't realize I was working. He just saw the blue light on and went, I'm going to go up and say hi. Oh, so I thought we'd do that. Next week, we'll take a break from making journals. We'll just do some Christmas stuff. because I'm going to be here next Thursday, a week from tomorrow. But that's going to be Thanksgiving, and I'll be here most of the day. So I thought, why don't we just Christmas craft? Because we have a break in the middle of the week there. It's like for us in the middle of the week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Thursday's the middle of our week. So we're not going to start a new journal on Thanksgiving week. And I'm not so sure I want to do a journal going into next. I might do something, but not a journal. It's going to be like a for the beginning of the year thing. Plus, I have the Terry's Crafty Christmas 2025 coming. So I got a lot of stuff going on. And I don't really have to worry too much. I have videos posted through March, into February. I don't know, beginning of March. So it's not like I'm really rushed to do any of that. But I just thought we'd hang out, this way. If you don't have anything to do on Thanksgiving and you're kind of by yourself and, you're just making Thanksgiving dinner for one. So you got one of those breast things, and you're doing that. We're going to talk about that in a second. I figured, what the heck, I'll be here and we're just going to do kind of, some fun stuff. All right. What do we think about this one in here? I love this tag, by the way, and I'm going to show you guys how I did it. But I love this tag. Absolutely love it. Wow. I love it. So, yeah, I think we're going to do that. We're going to put these here. So let's go ahead and put this little pocket down. There. There and there. All right, so we're going to put this in just like that. And I'm going to use this one because I think they're very reminiscent of each other. So I'm going to put that one in, and then we're going to add this one to the back. There we go. So now I'm going to show you guys how I did this. Let me do that real quick. So I just took a plain white bag. And then I have this really wide washi tape. And I wanted to put the washi tape on here. And I did that. And I realized that I'll show you. I'll show you what happened. So I always use a little bit of glue. Usually stick glue, but we'll use this for now. It won't matter. So I took my washi tape and I put it on here right up against the edge, and I realized, oh crap, I have like this slice, this little sliver on this side that doesn't fall into the tag. Well, I have two options. I can either trim the tag on both sides and be done, or I can do something a little different. So I decided to do something just a little different. So cut this off. No. Now, it does look better once you cut off that piece. It's not quite so dramatically in your face. But I have these stickers that I bought for this, and these are cardstock. They're chipboard, not chipboard, but they're cardstock. So I took one of these. We don't want to use the same one. We'll use this one. Yes, okay. So I took this, and I basically kind of decided where it was going to fit and what needed to come off, and that was going to be this little piece at the bottom. So we'll take that off, but not at the moment. First thing we're going to do is put this on because it's a sticker. Now, why did I? Because if I put glue on the backing paper, let me tell you what will happen. It'll just bubble up and the sticker will fall off. So, a little bit of glue. And then we find where we want it to be, which is right there for me at this point. And then I'm just going to cut it off at the bottom. Not all of it. Yep, I'm going to cut it all off. There we go. Okay, so that part's trash. But now I have this sticky stuff hanging out. So now all you have to do is take a piece of paper, and you could fussy cut this if you want to, or I used this. I know, it's just weird. And I just cut a strip of this, and this stuff is double layer. So you could use a piece of napkin for this, and the white part of the napkin. This is what I had out, so it was what I used, but you could certainly use the white part of a napkin. See how that's kind of like the napkin? And then I just, use this, please. Soft. I just put that on there. So I added more glue. Gluey, gluey, glue. Glug, 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 glug. All right, a little bit of glue. You could certainly use a piece of washi tape for this if you wanted to as well. I put it right up against the edge, pressed it down, and then I just tore it off around the sticker. And any place that didn't have sticker, it came away. Waiting for my glue to dry. It doesn't want to dry. It's like wax paper. Okay. That's dry. Need more glue. I don't have glue here. I need glue, 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 glue. Okay. Paper. So you can use tissue paper for this. The idea is just to cover the sticker in the back, you know. The stickier sticker rubber. And you can trim it by hand or you can pull it off like I did. You know, it's entirely up to you. But like little pieces like this, I just trimmed those back. So after I had it all kind of covered up, I just came in and trimmed it out with my scissors. It came out pretty good. So the back of the sticker is covered so it's not sticky, you know, but you get that look. You know, the look. Anyway, that's how I did it. And then I went around and I just, I inked it. And as far as this hole, I don't know why I'm using the big ones on this, but I am. All I did was took that and pushed it through through the washi tape. I think I'm using them because I got them out. How pathetic is that? I don't want to put them back, you know? There and there. I know, right? Just another trick, but it's fun, you know? It's fun. And it makes a really beautiful, I mean, that's a gorgeous tag. And it's unexpected because most tags, you know, have that, like they'll put this on there, but then they'll cut this part off. I don't want to cut it off. Or they put it so far over and you see the tag underneath. I don't want to do that. I wanted to see this because to me this is beautiful. And so I gave myself that unique profile on it. I thought it was kind of cool. And I have a whole bunch of this particular type of sticker. And I thought, you know, you could do it with anything. Like you could do it with like a person. You could put a person on the side and do it with a person. You could do it with like this steampunk stuff and put, you know. So we're gonna do a whole thing on it. We are. We do the whole thing. Yeah, it's not just a tag anymore. It's something different, you know? And let's be honest, guys. We do so much stuff that's just like, it's the same stuff over and over and over and over. Let's do something different, you know? Have a little fun. What the hell? All right, bringing this back over here. What are we doing here? I don't know. We have this. We need to put something on the top here because it looks a little, oh, no. No. I like the idea of the poofed out butterfly, but no, I made these specifically to go to the other side of the page. Oh, I do kind of like that one on there. But I don't know. Do I want to do this something this big? Because this is like, you know, we've already got a lot of stuff taking up space. Real estate here. What are we going to do? I don't know. Let's figure it out. Nope, still big. Floofy. Too big. No. 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 Did I do that twice? No. Okay, let me see. No. It's going over there, I think. No. Still too wide. Yeah, we could do that there. I like it. It's a little tab one. We'll do it over there. And it doesn't interfere with the tags that we have in there. So a little bit of glue. There. All right. I think we need some washi tape on here. What did we use most recently? Because we don't want to use the same thing. All right, so we used that one. And what did we use before that? I always go back because, and we still have to put something on this page. I think this page needs washi. I think that's what it is. Well, actually, a couple of these pages need freaking washi. What the hell am I talking about? All right, we're going to do this one. And we are going to use... nope, that's not it. No. Yes. Yeah, we're going to use this one. Those tags are all Michelle's fault. I spend my evenings, at least once a week, Michelle and Rose and I get together and craft. You know, on a Facebook call. And when I got nothing to do, I sit here and play with stuff. And that's when I end up doing stuff like that. Like, oh, let me try this. So I blame her for it. Well, I blame them. Well, I have this and I have this. What will happen? Well, Goonie Google, this is what's going to happen. All right, so I'm going to put this on. I'm only going to do it on 3 sides, though, because I'm going to use it as a little bit of a tuck. Why not, right? I mean, we have it. Let's use it. It's there, this outside edge, and this part down here. So we can tuck something into it. I'm going to put it right here. Right there. And we're going to tuck something into it. What are we going to tuck into? Shit, if I know. I have no idea. Boom, maybe this. What do you think? We take that out. Oh, it fits perfectly. Let's see. Yeah, that fits. No glue on it or anything. All right, so we're going to put this in here. Suppose if I did one of these with the thing on the other side, we could put that in there. This, no, that's too big. This one, I think. I think I'm going to take a little bit off of this. It fits, but you know, I want it to be a little less snug. So I'm just going to take a little bit off each side, re-round the corners, re-ink the edge, and I think it'll be just fine. All righty. So I have some new topics for journals. So when we do start back up again, I still haven't done the kitty cat journal that I wanted to do. Kitty cats. I want to do a Phantom of the Opera. We still have some dark fantasy, some dark fairy tale stuff to do that we still have in the waiting. There's a couple more over there too that I haven't put in the listings lately, in the poll lately. But we'll start putting them back in as we go forward. So, all right. So let's go back because I think that there's a couple of pages like this one that could use some washi tape. And this one. No, that one has washi tape. Okay, here we go. So this page needs some washi tape. And we don't want to use washi tape that we already used. I kind of like this one. We're going to put this one at the bottom. Like I thought there, but let's do a bottom. Right there. Take that off. Too small. It doesn't want to cut. Okay, got that. Yes. Okay, here we go. Take this one off. Got that. Okay, let's see. Yeah, see, that's already an improvement. And then, I don't know, this kind of needs a little something. Needs a little something. All right. Okay, what else? really kind of hate this. All right, let's see. This needs something. Damn, too wide. I was gonna say that would be funny. No, okay. Like it needs something. Not quite that much. Hold on. No, that's not it. Hold on. We might have something. All right, I'm putting this here. So I'm going to ink it. We're going to put it on here. Okay. A little bit of ink. A little bit of ink never hurt anybody, you know? I know because I have it all over me. All right. So I think this is going to be, we'll take a look, but I think this is going to be okay. Yep, we're going to go a little off center with it. Glue. Oh, so important. I don't know about you, but my stickers, I don't trust them. I actually have conspiracy theory about stickers. Yeah. Here's my conspiracy theory on stickers. The companies that manufacture the stickers put less glue on than, you know, like they design them to not stick very well so that you have to keep making things. Isn't that stupid? Look, it's my theory. Let me have it. All right, that goes there. This here. A little bit of shoot there. All right, I think still trying to figure this one out. Okay. No. Yes. All right, I'm going to put some washi tape right here. Look, it's my working theory. And if you think about it, it kind of works. You know? I have like Jolie stickers that are like a year old and they're fine. But like everything that I have that's like 2 years old, complete crap. None of the adhesives work anymore. So I have a theory that they designed that adhesive to only last for so long so that you have to make new stuff on the constant in order to have it still hold together. You know, like they have built-in obsolescence on your cell phone and stuff. I think that's what they do. I think it's like a built-in obsolescence on the stickers. Okay, it's just me being silly, but you just see them now. All right, let's test that glue. Let's put it under these conditions. How long does it last? 2 years. 2 years. Okay, that's what we want. 2 years. 2 years. Okay. You are not going to be adding to this baby book. No, you're going to make a new book. You'll have a baby book and a toddler book and an elementary book. And you're just going to have to buy sticker set after sticker set after sticker set. Okay, we're going to go there because I want the whole thing. And over to here. And it's going to be that one right there. Stoop. Serious, I think they do. It's the Illuminati. Who was I talking to the other day? Oh, I was talking to Michelle, and she was talking about her wedding album. You know, she had a wedding album. Of course, she got married in the 80s. You know, so and a lot of people have that wedding album. You know, the one that's got the lace on the front, and then it's got the lace, and it's all fabric and poofy and stuff. She has one of those, and she's like, "There's no way you can get the dust off that thing." Like, who thought that was a good idea? You know. Well, the sticker companies, because she said, I think I'm probably going to have to remake this thing. Of course you are, dear. And that's why they made that. That was all the rage. Why? So that we had to remake it. I don't think she finds me amusing when it comes to that, but I think that's what it is. I think they purposely build in, you know, like, have you ever gotten out a sheet of these diamond things, you know, that you've had for a while, and you take it out and they're like all floating around in there and you're like, what the hell? It's because they're designed to come apart. They're designed to fall off. We have some pink ones. Let's bring these out. We might find use for those. We can put them right there so we remember them right in front of the nope. Okay. So, what did we do today? We put some washi tape on some pages. My mouth went, itty, 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 itty. We did this, not very much. We did this, still not very much. We did that, not very much. We did 3 pages today. That's all we did. Usually we do 5 or 6, but we did not. Today we did 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 13. We have 13 pages to finish. And I think we could be right on, you know, like right on key. I might have to do a page or 2 offline. I hate doing that when you guys aren't around, but I will do it if I have to. We're going to put that up there because we're going to put that into the journal, hopefully on, you know, like next Wednesday. But it could go a little longer. I'm hoping by Wednesday we'll get it done. I may have to do an extra live or something. So let me put all this crap away. What am I doing with all this shit out? Who knows? I'm still complaining about those. And we got to stop complaining about them. We're just going to, you know what? I hate to do it, but we're going to do it. I'm going to put these over here right on top of it. Yeah, half of them are floaters. The rest of them are super glued. And you're sitting there going, I really wanted to use these. Oh, and then if you go to the store to get new ones, they don't have those colors anymore. Here's one. Other than paper, any freaking thing in green. Seriously. I was trying to do some project with beads, and I was like, I need green beads. And I went, my green box only has, it's like green and brown because I don't have a whole box to make green. And I'm like, why is this? I went to the store and I looked at the beads. Other than crystals, glass crystals, there are not a lot of green beads. Green pearls, green crystals, nothing else. Unless it's like peacock or it's part of something, you know, like it's green in the design of something else. So green is very hard to find in beads. Okay. Well, let's take a look. Maybe we'll find something in Paper crafting. No, not really. Green is like, I don't know, it's a taboo color right now. But yeah, you'll find something that you like, and then you go and you try to use it, and you can't use it because for whatever reason the glue is given up or whatever. And so you're like, all right, well, I'll just go get something else, that's similar to that. And of course, you've already made part of the project. That's the key part of this. You've already made part of the project. Okay. Now you go to find something to go with that. No, nobody, nope. You're not going to find it. Why? Because that color's not popular anymore. But green is that. It's a hard one to find. It's a hard color to find when it comes to any kind of crafting supplies. I don't know if it's just not a popular color, if people really, truly hate it. I mean, it's not my favorite color, but sometimes you need friggin' green. You know what I mean? It's just not there. It's not there. I've even gone as desperate as to go to Wally World. I've gone to bead shops and can't find green. It's like pink, blue, red, yellow, green. What did green ever do to you? All right. All right, I got that good one. Let's take a look. All right. So, can't believe we've gone through this book, man. So today I released I have a couple of videos. Monday, it was a floating belly band. And we actually used that in this journal, I believe. I think that's the one. Could have been the one before it, but we used a floating belly band. Fine. It's kind of cool. Freaking cool. It goes around the page. It's fantastic. But I also have started a back to basics. And so today's video is making library card pockets, basic library card pockets. That's it. Nothing spectacular, nothing over the top. Tomorrow we're going to be back. We're going to work on this some more. And we have some catch up to do. We're also going to be doing some idea book stuff tomorrow night. I have no idea what we're going to be doing. We might do that tag, because it's kind of cool. And I want to remember it. But also, the Projects of 25 challenge for the month of November is pipe cleaners and or something from nature. So we're thinking like twigs, leaves, grass, flowers, that kind of thing. By the way, yes, jute is considered from nature. So is cotton. Okay, so this one's kind of a tricky one, but you guys will get the idea. Craft with me on Friday. I have no idea what we're doing. I think we're just going to hang out and do some stuff. Just, some fun stuff. Hey, mixed media on Saturday night, and then Sunday, of course, we'll be here for the game. Next Monday's video is a Monday mixed media mini morsel. And then there's a Hershey's Kiss box that we're going to be doing next week. So I think we have 2 more boxes after that. Let me see. Yes, we have the Hershey Nugget box and the Ghirardelli Squares box, which I really like. It's a very elegant little box. So we're going to be doing that. And then I have posted videos through. Oh my goodness. Our new planner. It's a big one. We are posted through into March. So we have videos for January posted. There are videos throughout February. I have a few things that I want to do as far as adding some stuff in. And then March is where I'm starting to put new videos, and I'm getting those done now. Also, I am participating in Terry's Crafty Christmas 25. It is a There are 43, I think it's 45 now, creators that are coming together to make all kinds of projects and stuff out of like, I don't know, 10 to 12 different digitals that are being provided for the collaboration. There is some giveaways. So there'll be some freebie stuff in Terry's Facebook group. There'll be a couple of drawings on December the 31st, one for Facebook and one for YouTube, where they're going to give some stuff away. So there's a whole bunch of stuff. I'm going to start putting it into Linktree. It gives you everybody's links and the schedule of when the videos are coming out, all of that. You guys are going to go in there and do all of that. I don't know. I got to talk to Rose. I don't do these things. But you can go in and be able to link to all the channels. And I'll be honest, a lot of them I've never heard of. So it would be interesting to go in and see, you know, what kind of content they have. Some of them I have watched, and so far I'm enjoying the content. And if I find one that's really cool, I'll let you guys know. I'll be like, I watched this lady and it was really good. You guys know me. Of course, you missed the whole gesture on that one. It's like on the side of my head. I watched this video and it was really good. Because I got excited, you know. But that's it. I think that's all we got going on. So listen, if you're watching this and you're new here and like you're watching this back because you're bored, if you subscribe, that would be really cool. And it doesn't hurt you or anything. All it does is makes my life a little bit better. I don't know. I guess it doesn't really, because it's not like my channel's monetized or anything. But if you do that, that's cool. Also, go down to the description box below and click on more. You can cyber stalk me from there. Yeah. You can find out my email address and my Etsy and my Insta, all that good stuff. We'll be back tomorrow at 10:15 a.m. To work on our Floofy Pink journal. It's not my jam. I don't do Floofy. But we're going to working on the Floofy Pink journal. And we got a lot of other stuff coming up in the next couple of weeks. So that's it. That's all I have until I see you again. Stay well, my friends. Bye, Kristen.